Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In Group in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for September 30th, 2022. This is a lot of new arrivals to go over, so it's going to be somewhat of a lengthy video. Also this week, we've got a live stream this Sunday, our once-a-month live stream. I've already got that scheduled, so you can click the notification bell on that live stream and get notified when we go live. It'll be from the back room here at the store at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday. Also, we're doing a weekly Whatnot auction still, and we're going to do that this Sunday at 1:30. So the stream is going to last maybe an hour and a half, a little bit shorter than it normally is, but not much. So live Q&A, then I'm going to do a Whatnot auction live from Whatnot. If you're not familiar with that, click the link below. You'll get $10 off your first order. I got a lot of good stuff going on. This is going to be one of the best Whatnot auctions I've done so far. I'll show you some of the stuff that's going to be available on the Whatnot auction after everything else here. Okay. Mobile Fidelity just announced that we're going to be getting Elvis's Blue Hawaii. That's going to be shipping probably sometime early next month, October. I've got it up for pre-order on the website now. I think I already have the SACD in stock on the website ready to go. Steely Dan, Analogue Productions is doing all the SACDs as well as the albums, the UHQRs. I've got the UHQRs already up for pre-order. I also have the SACDs up for pre-order. Nothing has been announced as far as dates, I think, with the SACDs, except for Can't Buy a Thrill, their first album. That's coming out November 4th. It seems like there's going to be a lot. I think the UHQR comes out November 4th. The SACD comes out November 4th. And they've also announced a standard 33 RPM version, which I'm guessing they're going to do the whole thing as a 33 series as well. That seems to be what the mumblings are. That's coming out November 4th as well. 50th anniversary. Unfortunately, that's cut from digital files created by Bernie Gorman when they cut the UHQRs from the SACD, or excuse me, from the original analog master tapes. Little faux pas on my part. So if you want the all analog real deal UHQR, not cheap, but those are available for pre-order. If you want SACDs, got you covered. Cheaper version. I mean, I talked about this many times before. I know a lot of people faux pas. Steely Dan, they sell extremely well. There's been nothing in print for years and years and years. So it's definitely going to be nice to have those in the bin. Also, the Bill Evans Riverside Recordings Monster 22 LP set. I'll have it within the next week or two, beginning of first half of October. So that is going to be on its way to us any day/minute now. So I've got a few of those up for pre-orders as well. Pre-order on the website as well. Don't have a ton of them, didn't get a ton of them, but yeah, got that for pre-order. So let's go over this week's new arrivals. Okay, so I got this earlier in the week, already started shipping them off, but the all analog cut from the original three-track master tapes in 1997 by Bernie Grundman. I did an unboxing of this. I kind of updated my review. This is the definitive best version of this album to get. It is not cheap, but none of the good record, none of the big shootout winners seem to be cheap anymore. Everything seems to be going up. But this is a great sounding record. If you're a Miles Davis fan, if you're a jazz fan, I know it's been done to death. Seems like a new version coming out all the time. That's really good. It's cut 45 RPM from a 3-track tape that'll probably never, ever, ever be used again. And even if it was, who knows what kind of condition it is. That was done 25 years ago. They just used the original metalwork used to create the classic records 45 RPM, which there wasn't many of them out there, judging by how many come through the door in comparison to the 33. But yeah, new UHQR. Check out the unboxing if you're if you're curious on that. All right, Mavis Staples. Carry Me Home. The family's back together. That's okay. Also, now shipping. This was another pre-order. Animals, SACD. The only way to get it as a DSD file is the SACD. So there's a DVD audio that I have in stock, came out a couple weeks ago. There's a super deluxe box set that's coming out with vinyl and digital content. But this is going to be the SACD format. So I've got these in stock and they are ready to go. Wilco, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, Deluxe Edition box set, original album remastered with 39 previously unreleased tracks. So we got We got the full Monty here. I got the album, Snoozing at the Pageant from '02, live concert, 60-page book. Nice box. On None Such, made in Germany. A lot of people asking about this one. There's a standard version of this as well that I'll show you in a minute. George Michael, older, limited edition, older box set. Oh, this, let's see, LP, 3 LP, 5 CDs, 3 CDs of bonus tracks, the story of Older and a new 40-page booklet, exclusive 12x12 art prints. Oh, kind of shows you what you're getting here on the back. There's a standalone release of this as well, somewhere in this here pile that I will show you. I know just everybody's been waiting for this, but the wait is over. You've got ABBA Gold. This is a 2-disc picture disc set. So yeah. New from Blue Note, the Charles Lloyd Trios. This is Ocean. The Killer Keys of Jerry Lee Lewis. Saw him in 2002. It was actually a really good concert. I dug it. Remastered from the original mono tapes, pressed on 180-gram vinyl. Includes alternate versions of You and Again and I Could Never Be Ashamed of You. This is a pretty cool little Sun authentic original recording. Actually, you probably can't see it under the... It's on the back and the front, it looks like. It's under the price tag. So, I'm guessing this was once upon a time a Target exclusive, but it's not anymore. But the ABBA's Gold Greatest Hits, this just came in with the Target exclusive, but this was direct from the label. So I'm assuming that this was maybe once a Target exclusive, but now they opened it up to everybody. They do that. They give Target, Walmart, these big box stores who could care absolutely nothing about vinyl records, but are getting in while the getting is good, and they give them all this special treatment, like, you know, exclusivity for a couple of months. But then they open it up to the rest of us fleebs here running record stores, and yeah, there it is. Queen, A Night at the Opera. This is a 2020 pressing. They didn't really tell us what the difference is on this, if anything, but the blurb just said 2022 pressing, excuse me. It's looking to me like this is the exact same thing as what was out in the past. It even has the last copyright date of 2015. Donovan, What's Been Did and What's Been Hid. This is from Culture Factory, limited, one-time pressing, original label art on Blue Smoke colored vinyl. The Hives, Barely Illegal. This is on blood red vinyl. Limited edition anniversary colored vinyl. Motorhead's Hammer, limited edition 20th anniversary yellow and black splatter vinyl. Of course, they do give us indie exclusives that Walmart can't get, but it's not quite the same considering that now everybody's got exclusive colors. You know, 10 years ago, indie exclusives were kind of cool because if you wanted the alternate version. Now, like, their websites have indie exclusives, you know, different websites, different exclusives, different stores. Now it's just one of the many indie exclusives. Not as special, you know what I mean? Nucleus, Under the Sun. Great band. It's cool that they're doing some of these as reissues. These records are absolutely impossible to find. What is this? Shemeka Copeland, Done Come Too Far, on Alligator Records. Buddy Guy, The Blues Don't Lie. All right, Ben Harper, Bloodline Maintenance. We've got Raven. Oh, I also got a big restock from Analogue Productions. I'll show you that at the end as well. Raven, Leave 'Em Bleeding. Oh, yeah, those guys are looking, time's getting us all. I was walking around the last half hour like, oh my God. You know, the end of the day, it's getting tougher. Monster Magnet. Monolithic Baby. It's cool that they're doing Monster Magnet reissues. A lot of these are like, I don't know if this is a new album. Not a fan of the band personally, not my thing, but a lot of their records are $100 bills. So I'm starting to see them do some reissues. Afro Man, Crazy Rap on green splattered vinyl. It's got a little plant life theme going on here on the front and here on the back. Yes. Cool It Down. Limited edition opaque colored vinyl. Yellow colored vinyl. This was, so I collect Arizona music. This kind of took me by surprise. Ashbury, Endless Skies. This is kind of like a hard rock album out of Tucson, Arizona. So this is something that I've had in my collection as a local record. It's pricey. It's not a cheap record. To get one of these is like $300. I'm curious of how this will sell. This is on Swamp Green vinyl. So, HR Records. So it's one of those, top Arizona, it's one of those Arizona Grail records. I mean, extremely difficult to find. I've had maybe one come in, two come in the last 7-8 years. And, if you're going to find this anywhere in the wild, this is where you're going to find it, here in Tucson. But, yeah, from Arizona. Always dug the cover. Starting to get some Halloween tunes in. Halloween Garage Blues on orange vinyl, of course. So this is essentially, what do we got here? This is an interesting comp. Arthur Brown doing Fire. I Want to Be Your Dog. Stooges, Harvey Mandel, Hank the Ripper, Dr. John, Zuzu. Man, pretty cool. It's cool comp. All right, we got Federico Abule. The Holographic Moon. Shy Girl, debut album, Nymph, clear blue vinyl edition. All right, we got Greg Allman, All My Friends. 4 LP set, really reasonably priced. Includes a backstage pass. As in, not an actual backstage pass, but a laminated card that won't get you into anything. Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. Indie exclusive, Blue Smoke of vinyl with a little bit of an obi there on the side. That is how they came, kind of this loose shrink. All right, Drowning Pool, Strike a Nerve. On T-Boy Records. I wonder if that's like Tommy Boy. Is that their new abbreviation? I'm not sure. It's a universal label. The Logic, Vinyl Days. I really dig this cover. I always like record covers with other records in them. I always find myself like immediately like combing, wondering what kind of records this guy has. I personally don't know what he's got going on there. I can't really see it. He's got the Techniques 1200s, it looks like, up top. Looks like he's got himself a Back to the Future hoverboard there, a couple of guitars. Oh, no, Empire Strikes Back. There's a classic Star Wars soundtrack. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, always found that fascinating. Probably should I thought about putting a little display up in the store once of like record stores on the covers of records. I don't know, I thought that'd be cool. The Rocks, self-titled. All right, The Dead Kennedys. This is a newly remixed album. So they essentially went back and remixed it with a poster and an 8-page booklet. Look at that, 2022 mix. In case you didn't know, from the hype sticker, they put it on the album jacket. All right. We've got The Sweat. All right. What is this? 1996 live recording in Denmark. 2 LP. 2 LP gold vinyl of The Sweet. All right, Paramore. All we know now. All we know is falling. Excuse me. Limited edition silver vinyl, 25th anniversary edition. This was actually a pretty cool show. They've done this multiple times. It's been a record store day 7-inch, then it was a record store day 12-inch with a foil cover, and now they're doing it as 2 different versions once again. So we've got, I don't know, a green cover. Maybe this is green vinyl. Oh, they're numbered. So the green is rare. The green is to 4,000 copies, numbered on the back. The orange is numbered to 9,000. Both of them have the DVD, which is kind of cool. So it has the award-winning documentary of the DVD. It is pretty cool. It's essentially a Alice Cooper Band reunion that took place at a record store, I want to say in Texas. Would have been really cool to get a Alice Cooper Band reunion here in Phoenix, Arizona. None of these guys, for the most part, would have had to travel very far. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, so this is apricot vinyl. This is glow-in-the-dark vinyl. The documentary is kind of cool. The guy lobbied pretty hard to get them to come play at the store. But yeah, that was some of the photography that they used on the record store day version. But pretty cool little reunion show for record store day. And you know, they're doing No More Mr. Nice Guy, 18, School's Out, Under My Wheels, Elected. And they did Desperado as a sound check. Okay, Ohio Players. Back on gold and black splatter wax. Another Halloween comp. We've got Punk Rock, Loud, Fast, and Scary. Limited edition orange vinyl. 16 Ghoulish recordings. Let's see, yeah. JFA, 999, Real Big Fish, The Adolescents. Okay. Kind of breezed by this last week, and now I'll tell you why. So I originally got 7.5% of my original order of this record last week. 7.5% of what I ordered, and I probably sold most of what I ordered. I didn't really have all the details as of yet. I didn't know if this thing was going to be just heavily allocated, disappear, if they dumped them all off online to like Amazon this time around. I just didn't know what the deal was. So I kind of wanted to get some more information. I sent a bunch of emails out because I got these maybe a couple hours before I filmed last week. Didn't really have the details on it. And also I wanted to hunt down more copies. So I skimmed by it. I immediately contacted every distributor, got every copy they had left to try to accommodate most of my pre-orders. It seems like there's more of these things on the way. Maybe they just didn't get pressed all in time, or they didn't get shipped all in time. I'm not really sure what the deal is. I never got a clear answer, but I was able to, through finagling, get most of the pre-orders of this thing covered. I don't have any extras to sell, but I do have a feeling from what it sounds like, maybe in the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, more of these things will start making their way into the stores. You know, most of the pre-orders, the guys that pre-ordered this thing, are going to get one. But yeah, that's the deal. So before I went online and said, hey, here's Alice in Chains, I got screwed, I got none of them, I have nothing to tell you, or me speculating, I kind of wanted to get the best information possible to bring it to you guys. Okay, so the Rolling Stones, Voodoo Lounge Live. Voodoo Lounge Uncut. They're starting to reactivate a lot of these Rolling Stones live shows. A lot of them were out of print. This is one of them that was out of print that they reactivated. So yeah, they just did another pressing of it. I dig this whole series of concerts. You know, some are better than others. Some of those 70s and 80s shows are just unbelievably good. Even the 90s stuff I dig. So I've got all of them that they've released so far, but for you guys who missed it the first go-around, it's back in print. Rensforth, Dear America. Disco 4 Generations. 2 original albums in 1 commemorative LP set. Yeah, looks like the jackets are in the slipcover. It's like a slipcover. White vinyl, limited to 1,000. So, yeah, not many of those. Another Christmas comp, Holiday Rules from Kraft, 2 LP set on translucent red vinyl. Paul McCartney, The Shins, Rufus Wainwright. Let's see, Sally Ford, Fruit Bats, a little all over the place as far as what's on it, but yeah. Get your Christmas comps now. The Amazing Spider-Man soundtrack by James Horner. This is music on vinyl, limited 10th anniversary edition, limited to 4,000 copies on translucent blue and red marbled vinyl. Kind of cool. It kind of has a little bit of a textured cover. This is number 3,488. Here is the album that goes with the Wilco box set. We've got the Grateful Dead, Fillmore East, February 11th, 1969. Yeah, that's Friday music. That is not the cheapest. That is not the cheapest 3-disc record set I've ever seen. But yeah, if you're a Grateful Dead fan, there you go. Friday music. I guess the Friday music stuff is not really that cheap, anyways, and hasn't been. It's always been on the pricier side of stuff. New album by Bjork. The new album is Fossora. It says the new album on the hype sticker. So, you know, right now that's accurate. But if this sits in the bin for 5 years, it's going to be the not so new album. Kate Bush, Never Forever. Not the Kate Bush album everybody wants right now, but a lot of people, because of Stranger Things, are discovering Kate Bush, so they are asking about it. Okay, Slipknot. The End So Far. This is on neon yellow vinyl, and we've got a clear vinyl version. Both the same price. 2 different vinyl variations. We've got the 2 LP set that goes with the older box set. A lot of people have been asking about this. A lot of demand for that. All right, so let me show you guys the Analogue Productions restock, and then I'll show you guys the whatnot stuff that's going up. I'll leave that there so I don't forget. Haven't had this in years and years and years. This is from the Verve series stuff that was released, what, 10 years ago? 2013, yeah, 9 years ago. Oscar Peterson's Trio, West Side Story. This double disc 45 RPM. One of the greatest classical records on the Living Stereo label. Probably the most expensive single disc, I think it is. You know, clean copy of this was $1,000, maybe more back in the day. You know, it's kind of, you know, not as quite as popular as it was maybe 15, 20 years ago. The fan base isn't as big. But this is a fantastic sounding record. Faust, the Absolute Sound raved about this for decades. One of the reasons the prices were astronomical. But they did a great job on this. One of those records that blew me away years ago when this thing came out, and I haven't had it in almost that amount of time. Tennessee Ernie Ford's Country Hits Feelin' Blue. This is on my top 100 imprint analog records you should own list. And this thing is unbelievable. Everybody that I recommended it to loved it. You think Tennessee Ernie Ford, you think crappy dollar bin music. I mean, I think that's most people's vibe when they hear, you know, Tennessee Ernie Ford. This is a good record. Musically, this is a good record. His vocal's amazing. It just sounds awesome. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite records on the top 100 imprint analog records list. The Vaughan Brothers, Family Style, 33 RPM. We've got Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Double Trouble. This is single disc, 33 RPM. A lot of these were done 33 and 45 RPM. We've got the 45 RPM version of the legendary Son House, Father of the Folk Blues. Living Presence, Jano Starker. I think this was done by, let's see. I thought this was done by, yeah, this is done by Thomas Fine, the son of the original mastering engineer. Did a killer job on this. I think he did the Jano Starker box set as well. Sounds unbelievable. Really, really good. I wish they'd do more, but it kind of like they did those couple of titles. And I think with the vinyl boom, because it's classical, it's just kind of been put to the wayside. But I wish they would do more titles in the Mercury Living Presence line. Peter, Paul, and Mary, album 1700. This is the 45 RPM version of it. This is a must-have for the jazz fans. Miles Davis, Someday My Prince Will Come. This is the 33 RPM version of it. They did it as a 45 as well. couple of restocks on, this is a Coltrane Prestige series, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. Killer sound on these. Another living stereo, Bartok. Niles Lofgren, Acoustic Live. This is a double disc. All right, Lightning Hopkins from the Prestige series. Great list. I'm glad, great title. I'm glad that these are starting to get the recognition they deserve. When they were out the first time around, I think I had a copy, maybe Soul Train, was it? Maybe Soul Train in the bin for years. It just took years. Nobody would buy them. Now, not the case. Oh my God. King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. Again, this week. I want to say, what is this? 3 out of 4 weeks in a row we've got a new King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard release. What is the name of this record? Omnium Gatherum. Lucky Rainbow Wax. Okay, there we go. Now let me show you what's going up on Whatnot. Really good Whatnot. I've got some Music Matters jazz titles. We've got Lee Morgan's The Sidewinder. This is a 33 RPM Music Matters title. All the Whatnot titles start at $10 or whatever the absentee bid is. But, they sell no reserve. They're selling to somebody. Cannonball Adderley, Something Else, Music Matters as well. 33 RPM, the Bud Powell, Scene Changes. 33 RPM, Music Matters title. And the Tone Poet that everybody is clamoring for, but some reason just never gets reprinted. The Chet Baker Sings. I'm actually probably going to just go like this and use that as my thumbnail. And everybody's going to be real pissed off when they find out it's not back in print and it's going on and whatnot. But that's not up to me. That's up to Blue Note. And yeah, they should make more of them, but hasn't happened yet. This could be another teaser for Whatnot, but I won't do that. Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness box set. Actually, I lied. I'm going to do it. This is going to be my thumbnail for both. I used to do those thumbnails like at the end of the video, but got smart. Joe Henderson, Mode for Joe. This is a DMM from the 80s. Sun Ra, The Magic City, original on Impulse. We've got Guns N' Roses Live. This is the, Guns N' Roses Live. This is an original with the uncensored cover. Wife Beating has been around for 10,000 years. So that was later changed. There's going to be at least 100 items being auctioned off. Classic Records, the Who's Next. What else we got in here? A lot of jazz, a lot of, what is this? This is the late 80s, right past the, what is this? This is maybe the 90s, the, what is that, Groove Note reissue? Or I looked it up once, but not a DMM, not a super modern version of John Coltrane's Blue Train. Here's a really nice, clean Miles Davis Bags Groove, New Jersey, but I mean, look at that cover. Holy smokes. Looks like a reissue. It is not. That is just, yeah, really nice copy of Bags Groove. We've got some audiophile titles being auctioned off. Supertramp, Mobile Fidelity, Cyndi Lauper, Mobile Fidelity, She's So Unusual. Got Joe Jackson's Look Sharp on Intervention Records. It's going to be a pretty solid Whatnot auction. And again, that starts at, what did I say, 1:30? Click the link below. You'll get more details. All right, guys. Until next time.